so what happened was one day during the pandemic, we were both working on our morning show. And if for anyone listening, the morning show starts at 3 o'clock. You wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning, you're drinking a coffee, you're coming into work. I'm news reading, trying to see what's breaking news, blah, blah, blah. By the time the shows are over, you're coming out of it around 11 o'clock. I think Manjula and I met each other at the elevators, and it was like, oh my God, this day is done. But it really just started to spark this conversation around, like, I love what we do. I love the opportunity that we do. What can we do that contributes to the narrative around journalism? What do we see missing? I mean, you got to remember, like, these are two Tamil women sitting in a room hosting and news reading, a huge audience. Like, this is pretty unprecedented. You don't really get this. It's especially, unfortunately, in today's day and age, we're still among the minority of on-air media. So what can we lead? Like, what can we do to change the narrative? So we started to think about Asian Heritage Month. Every time Asian Heritage Month goes around, tell me how many press conferences come up, how many posts go on Instagram and Twitter. We wanted to switch that narrative. We thought it was so valuable to change how we view Asian heritage. And I think that's really what sparked Boldly Asian. And I want Manjula to talk a little bit more about what Boldly Asian is for people who don't know, but it really came out of a conversation that we both had about what's missing in the current journalistic narrative that has to be told to get people to understand Asian communities a little bit better.
The nice part about Boldly Asian was that it was something that we're really grateful that the people at CBC decided, our management at CBC decided to let us run with and to support. It was a series, it was multi-platform, so there was TV, radio, digital pieces, and then it ended up that there ended up being pieces that went across the country as well. And the idea was we had these people, incredible people that we kept, and stories we kept coming across in the community who were change makers. But what they were trying to do is change the perception of something within the community and beyond. The best way to explain that would be, I think that you've interviewed Mathusha Senthil, the founder of ThanePot, right? The founder of ThanePot. And what she was trying to do is get people talking openly and addressing the idea of sexual health, sex, and sex education openly in the community. So she's a change maker within the community, then within the South Asian community, which is the next level of onion skin, and beyond.